Hiya everybody, it's Pet Psychic Beth here. I'm back to have a chat with you today all about what I do as a pet psychic. Now, I've been communicating with animals since I was a child, and you know what? I just thought everybody did that. I thought if you owned a pet, you were able to telepathically talk to them. This mind-to-mind process, it was so powerful for me as a child, and I would see images from my pets sort of in my mind. And it wasn't until I got older that I realised other people weren't having that experience. And a little bit later, when I finally got the internet, I realised other people did this too, and it's called animal communication. So I also call myself a pet psychic, and the reason is because when I talk to your pets, not only do they tell me about themselves, about what they love, what they don't like, about their history, maybe some health issues, but of course I'm not a vet. You must always check things out on a health basis with your vet. But they tell me about their owners, they tell me about you, what's going on in your life. It may be things from your past, your present, and even your future. Animals can and do make future predictions to me, and they very often come true. So that's why I call myself a pet psychic. I wrote a book teaching you how you can do this yourself, because my belief is if you're open-minded and you have a genuine love for animals, you might be able to do this as well. So grab a copy of Everything You Need to Know to Become a Pet Psychic. It's on Amazon, or you can get a copy off me. Now, we've got a brilliant Facebook page called the Pet Psychic TV weekly live streams. That is your opportunity to go in there, post a picture of your pet with your question, and what I will do every week, I'll look through the pictures and leave your pet's name and their age. That helps me to tune in to that pet. The photo is quite necessary for me to maintain that telepathic link. And I will be coming on here so that I can answer your questions and make that psychic connection to your pet, so you will be getting a reading. If you want to join the group, the Pet Psychic TV weekly live streams, you can open your camera on your phone and you can click on this QR code. That will take you straight through. And do you know what? We are building a fantastic community of people on there. You're all making friends on there, and you're also supporting and helping each other. You can post pictures of your animals that are living, but as a pet psychic, I can also talk to your animals that have passed away into the spirit world. So if you've got an animal that you've lost and that you're missing them, and I know what that's like, you can put a picture of them on there as well. And we're going to have a look at a video now. I was so blessed to be able to film a documentary series for Channel 5. And I did 4 episodes, 4 documentaries, an hour long. You can have a look on YouTube. There's loads of clips. You can have a look on My 5 as well. And I went off on the first video to see Caroline, who had got a traumatised chicken.
So I know you've been quite concerned about this chicken. Can you tell me what the problem is and what you'd like to know?
I just wondered how she felt, because she was a very good egg layer, and now she only lays a very occasional egg.
I'm going to ask her how she feels and what she can tell us about it.
Okay.
Now, what she's sharing with me, that she has a high level of anxiety. She's very sensitive. She remembers the time a fox attacked.
Do you know what? I'd never met a traumatised chicken before, so this was a new one for me. But the information I got was just amazing.
She tells me she was so well looked after and that you did everything you could. And you even rushed out in the middle of the night when you heard the attack.
Yes.
To save her.
Yes, I did. I let the dogs out and I came running out barefooted, yes.
And she knows that you did everything that you could to try and save her. And she says to me she was particularly bonded to one of the chickens that got killed that evening, and she's felt like she's lost her best friend.
I absolutely loved meeting Petal the chicken, and what was amazing was how Caroline was so open-minded to the process of communicating, and she did message me later, well, probably a couple of weeks later, to say to me that the reassurance that I'd given to Petal had worked because she'd started laying eggs again. So wasn't that brilliant? So I was delighted to hear that. It made me feel very happy indeed. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. I've been having a look at your pictures that you've been putting on the Pet Psychic TV weekly live streams page. Do join, because we've got a great community in there and I love doing readings for you. Remember to also follow not only on Facebook but on Instagram and TikTok as well. Just look for the Pet Psychic TV. Have a look at the YouTube channel Heavy Petting, because there's loads of clips on there as well. Now, I've done a reading actually for Katrina. Katrina put a beautiful picture of her dog Cooper on the page, and she said that she would love to have a reading. And Cooper is a beautiful Labrador or retriever. I'm not always very good on dog breeds, but I did a reading for you, Katrina, so let me tell you what I picked up. Now, as soon as I link in, I start to feel feelings within my own body sometimes. And again, that's just a psychic way of connecting with the animal. I'll hear words, might see pictures. I might even get smell or taste, but no two readings are ever the same. This is what I've picked up about Cooper. I got that he really hates loud noises. I got a slightly nervous feel, some anxiety. He said he loved to be out, he loved to run. He has a very happy demeanour. But he said there is some kind of allergy, and he made me feel very itchy. Now, obviously, I'm not a vet, everybody. So if ever I pick up anything on a health level, by law, I have to recommend you go and see your vet, because I have to work within the Veterinary Act. So, and of course, because I'm a psychic, I always have to say it's for entertainment purposes only as well. But it can be helpful information that you can talk to your vet about. So I got like this itchy feeling with Cooper, Katrina, and almost like as if there was an allergy, or almost like when we get hay fever. So maybe consider that and let me know if you understand that too. But I got that he's a very happy dog. He is very affectionate. He likes to be handled. He likes to be stroked. He likes to be with you. Now, he gave me the name of Rose or Rosie, but also I heard Roy. So Rose, Rosie and Roy. So there may be people in your life or people about to come into your life. He also gave me the name of Simon. Now, the one interesting thing I picked up from him was the date of the 24th of December, which of course is Christmas Eve. And I want to know, Katrina, have you got any significance, not only because it's Christmas Eve, but is there any other significance why he would tell me this date? Is there anything that unusual happened on that date? Is there any relevance for you or within your family? Is it a birthday, for instance? Maybe even a date of a passing? Because he's a very psychic dog, so he's giving me this to share. And again, sometimes animals use things like this as validation, okay? But I would look at the allergy thing. Again, like I said, bit itchy. Might need to chat to your vet about that. And I feel that you suffer yourself with either hay fever or allergens. You can get an air purifier that you plug in, and those are very useful. So I hope that's helped you. Thanks for sending the beautiful picture of Cooper, and I would love your feedback. I hope that's helped you. Now, what I did this week, when I was sort of having a look on the internet, I saw this amazing story, which is a cat that is 30 years old. So I wanted to share that with you. There's a guy who is in Stockport, I believe, who has got the world's oldest cat. And I was thinking, 30, your cat is 30. It's the cat's birthday. And apparently this cat likes to eat tuna. But what it really made me think about was how you feed your pets, how important it is to give them really good food. So let's have a look at the clip.
Hi, my name is Les, and this is Millie. She's 30 years old. She could be the oldest cat in the UK. She's a very affectionate cat. She's never been to the vet. She's got a lovely appetite, you know, the food that I feed her. She only drinks Buxton water, which I get ice cold in the fridge for her.
Even got a cat birthday cake from owner Les.
She's never been to the vets in the 5 years that I've looked after her. Apart from that, really, I would say she's in good health. Her teeth seem to be okay. I'm not about to testify that, really. But I say, she's fine. For 30 years old, she's fine. I first met Millie in 2012. That's when I met my late wife. We got engaged, me and my wife, 2013. And we got married in 2014. Paula came to live with me in 2014. And I promised her that I'd look after her. Yeah, in the later years, in the twilight years, basically. But I say she's fine, she does her own thing. She gets fed, she gets watered. Yeah, she has treats now and then. Yeah, she's probably the best fed cat in Stockport. I chase her about sometimes. She had a bit of rheumatism in her leg, but like I say, taking account, she's 30. She's still here. I hope my wife's looking down on me, knowing that I'm looking after her.
Well, doesn't it just show you the importance of a good diet for your pets? I know we can't all afford to feed Buxton water and spring water tuna and prawns and cooking chicken, but do you know what? In the last few years, pet food has come on in leaps and bounds. You can get some really top quality stuff now for cats, dogs and all sorts of pets. So I think diet is really key to a long life with your pet. So I just thought that was a beautiful story with Les and Millie. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. Do remember to follow on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, the Pet Psychic TV. Have a look at YouTube, Heavy Petting as well, for some clips of the Channel 5 documentary, The Pet Psychic. I was lucky enough to do 4 programmes for Channel 5 and it was great fun. I went all over England and Scotland and Wales, meeting loads of people with their fantastic pets. Didn't just see cats and dogs, you know. There was camels, there was ferrets, even alpacas. I had an amazing time, so do catch up and have a look at that if you haven't already watched it. Now, do remember next week to send in your pictures and your questions on the Pet Psychic weekly live streams page, ready for next week. You can pop those in there for me to have a look at. I love looking at your gorgeous pets. And I hope you've been having some nice walks, because this beautiful spring weather, well, it's been gorgeous where I am in Malvern in Worcestershire, and I've been taking my dog out. She's been having a brilliant time. So perhaps send in some of your pictures of your cats in the garden if you've got some nice flowers growing, or your dogs on some beautiful walks. I'd love to see them. I really would. Now I'm just going to have a quick look at the weekly live streams page, because I've noticed that Truly D has posted a picture of her gorgeous dog, Bruno, who was 14 when he passed away. So I'd love to do a reading for you, truly, D. I'm just going to link in now telepathically and psychically to see what he's able to say. Just making that connection. A real beautiful soul. I get a very gentle energy is one of the very first feelings that I get from Bruno. And what makes me laugh is Bruno sounds like quite a macho sort of name for a dog, but I get a very gentle, laid back, easygoing nature. I do get protective, but also very calm. And if a dog could be logical, this would be a dog that is quite sensible, quite logical, extremely intelligent. I get difficulties with the back and down the spine. And also I get some discomfort in my lower back, which could indicate liver or kidney issues before passing. And also I get out of rhythm with the heart, and I want to put my hand in the chest area. Now, of course, we don't have to worry about me giving health things when an animal has passed away, because obviously you can't take them to the vets, but this can be good evidence for you that I'm linking in to your pet. You must miss Bruno immensely, and I know he's left such a huge gap within your life. He talks to me about somebody who's been having mobility issues, or somebody that's not able to get about as well. I don't know if that is you or somebody connected to you, but he can see that as he looks into your life from where he is in the spirit world. So he remains connected to you. He's trying to give me a name that I'm not sure if he's trying to say Lucy or Lucky, but I can see L-U-C coming from him. So you'll have to let me know if that makes sense. If not, I need you to look out for that name in the future. And I also get Valentine's Day, 14th of February. So let me know if that has relevance, not just for Valentine's Day, but there's another significance that I feel comes from that. Ear issues I get in life with this dog as well. And an S-A name. Did you have another animal with a name like Sandy or Sam? Show me S-A, but I believe that is for another pet. A funny thing he's just given me to share with you, truly. It keeps showing me a young male. I don't mean a child, I mean like a teenager or early 20s, that sort of age group. That person needs help and advice over something. It's about making the right choices currently about the future. So, you know, sometimes when people are in a bit of a dilemma, but they don't always want to say that they've got something on their mind, or they don't want to trouble anybody with it. So it's like you've got to get the conversation going, like, tell me what's going on in your life at the moment. What do you need a bit of help with? What can I do? How can I advise you? I hope you understand that. And I also see something to do with either passing a driving examination, or somebody going back into driving. So I don't know if somebody had a gap and then has got back into it. So it's something about back into transport that he's sharing with me. Beautiful memory of, I don't know if you've planted something in the garden, or is there something growing in his memory, but he shows me the garden and shoots growing, something growing. So I don't know if you've planted a tree or something. Again, you'll have to let me know what that is. The most gorgeous, loving soul, really connected, really bonded to you, truly. Are you going to Jamaica? It's like he's shown me that part of the world, Caribbean, and going overseas. So if you're not, look out for that coming in. Sounds very exciting. I hope that's helped you, and thank you for posting that beautiful picture of Bruno. I'm sending you my love. I really enjoy looking at all your photographs, and I did notice a very interesting question actually. Just see if I can find it on the page. Oh, did you notice I put a picture of my dog Popsy Sunday snoozing on there on the dining room chairs with her friend Vivian Westwolf, who's a long-haired Chihuahua. That is my oldest daughter's dog actually, who comes to stay when my daughter has to work away. So they're very chilled out here. Oh, it was Felicity. I know Felicity put an interesting question. Let me see if I can find it. She put about animals coming through another animal, if that makes sense. Just struggling to find the question. I can remember the question. Basically, what she was describing was that if an animal that you own has passed, is it possible that they can sort of almost like enter the existing animal's body? Because she said when her cat passed, the other cat started taking on personality traits of the cat that had passed away and acting in a way that she'd never acted before. And I wanted to answer that by saying it has got a name. It is described as a walk-in. And that is when the two souls agree, the one in spirit and the animal here on earth, that they can sort of come into that living animal's energy, the one that's passed, and that animal can take on some of the other animals' personality traits or behaviours. And I believe that is a way of them being remembered to you, just letting you know they are still around. So thanks for that question. I thought that was very interesting, Felicity. And another question that you posted on the weekly live streams page is about your cat Shiva, and you said, I lost my beautiful fur baby Shiva on the 16th of March and I feel guilty that I didn't catch the problem sooner. Maybe she would have survived. And I completely understand how you must be feeling about this, Felicity, and I'm so sorry for the loss of Shiva. She certainly looks absolutely stunningly beautiful. She's got the most gorgeous eyes. Do have a look at the picture of her if you can. She is very petite and very pretty. Now, you're looking back, Felicity, in hindsight, and what I'm going to say to you is when I communicate with Shiva, I get a very kind but slightly cautious energy around her. But she makes me feel that she masked any problem or any illness, that it would have been very difficult for you to notice, because she says she's quite a quirky personality, so you wouldn't really know if the way she was acting is just personality quirks, so you have nothing to redeem yourself over, and I want you to release that guilt. She certainly does not hold you accountable in any way for what has happened. It's not your fault. You couldn't have noticed and you would not have known. I can imagine that you feel so guilty, and I think a lot of us who are pet owners have had guilt, you know, when things have sadly gone wrong, whatever that may be, a health-wise or, you know, a situation. And we can all look back in hindsight and really think, why didn't I notice? Why didn't I do something different? And we're looking back in hindsight, you're not living through that time. You did your best for that cat when you had got her with you. And I know from what she shows me, she was loved tremendously and you looked after her amazingly well. She wants to give you the name of sounds like Stew, Stuart. If you don't know him, please look out for that person coming in around you. And November the 22nd is a date she puts into my mind. Again, this may be of significance to you, Felicity. If not, I want you to write that down, because it may be that you get an invitation or something significant come up this year on that date. She says you feel as though a lot of things have been going wrong for you in the last 2 or 3 months. And she said you've had a bit of a hard time of things. She remains connected and she can see that things are starting to pick up. She tells me by the 9th and 10th of June that things will have turned around and you will have turned a corner and life goes in a very favourable direction, particularly around your home. She said there's some connection, a new person coming in for you. She says it's somebody completely new, not somebody from the past that's coming back around you. She says welcome them in. A great friendship and companionship is about to start, and she sees that as a good thing for you. It's like she wants to say, put your dancing shoes on. So I don't know if you like dancing or you're a dancer or you want to take up that hobby, but she feels that is a good way forward for you. Will you let me know your feedback, Felicity? And thank you for being brave enough to put that beautiful picture of Shiva onto the page, because I understand it really has only been a matter of a week or so since you've lost her. I'm sending you all my love. I hope that reading has helped you. Do remember to follow the Pet Psychic TV on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Have a look at heavy petting clips on YouTube as well, because I love to connect with you all. And head over to the weekly live streams page, ready for me coming to join you next week, so that I'm prepared with your pictures, your questions, and I'm going to do the readings in advance so that I can share with you my findings about your pets and your animals. I'm going to join you next week. Have a brilliant week, and I'll see you then. Take care.